This message in First Kings chapter 3 verse 16 to 28. The title of this message, Wisdom in Action. Have you ever been asked to judge a conflict that came down to one person's word against the other? In moments like this, we long for someone to step in and provide justice. Someone who will declare, this is right and this is wrong. In 1 Kings chapter 3, Solomon is asked to judge a court case so dramatic that it could have been ripped from today's headlines. It involved two desperate mothers and two babies. One child accidentally died in the night, and now both women were claiming the living baby as her own. Who was telling the truth? Since no one could decide, the case was brought before the King Solomon. Earlier in 1 Kings chapter 3, God offered Solomon anything he wanted. The young king had asked God for the wisdom he needed to lead Israel. God agreed to give Solomon what he asked for and much more. Here we see Solomon's wisdom put into action. In a surprise move, the king says, "Bring me a sword." What appears to be a cruel verdict is in fact a ruse. The king wants to see how each woman would respond. The true mother was deeply moved out of love for her son. She offered to give the baby to the other, putting concern for the child above her desire to win. Solomon was able to rightly discern the real mother. Rather than punish both women, he took the time to consider who was right and who was wrong. Being a fair judge requires great wisdom, patience, discernment, and courage. It is no wonder that Solomon asked God for wisdom. Here we see that God delivered. Keep yearning for justice. Pray for your leaders, all of them, that God would give them the wisdom they needed. Ask God to keep your eyes focused on our coming King, who will reign wisely and do what is just and right in the land. God bless you and keep following God's word.